Good evening, Randomania. We are here for another production of the FFR IronGol Heavy Metal Championship. We've got the Bartender Ale Markin. We've got Kingu Weebu Zen0bian. And we are gonna have us a rankings match. This is a blind flags match, which means that the runners don't know what is going on. Spell Zap and one other guy, he created our blurst weapons. Want to make sure I get his name right. But in the meantime, Magus, want to give us a little rundown of these flags that our runners don't know about?
Sure. Apparently, they've got all the incentivized item locations set, so apparently, you're gonna see the entire incentivized pool, not just the, what item, not just the key items on that one. Apparently, there's a few crazy things on that one. There's going to be no black belt. There's going to be, entrance shuffle, town shuffle, floor shuffle. God, I'm trying to remember all the other stuff off the top of my head that's really, really, really interesting. Nothing major as far as just the key items, as far as just enemy health goes. Like, I think the max was 300% on that one. And, oh yes, we have something crazy on that one. Apparently, Blurst has expanded the classes. And apparently is this the first seed they've managed to do for that one? Or, because I thought you said it was today or yesterday that they came up with that.
Yeah, it's Retro Fan Man, and he came up with the Blurst weapons, and now he also is coming up with the Blurst classes. I'm not even sure exactly how this works. All I know is, as you can see, we have Fighter -2, we have Thief 4, we have White Mage 5, and we've got Black Mage 3, which means that Thief, White Mage, and Black Mage are all pumped up, and the Fighter is a little bit nerfed.
Better questions. I wonder what the Red Mage rolled.
Right?
Since that was the other class. It's like,
and
Fighter 2's gonna probably have 2- and other stuff, so they'll say what it is.
The only thing that I have been told is that it really, really bumps up the HP. So we're gonna see a Thief 4 with hopefully more than 400 HP once we get into the Topher area. We do have clamps on, and these are some really nasty clamps. We've got 250% clamped stats, I believe it is, and we've got 350% clamped HP. We have clamped regular enemy HP, or no, stats. So there's a lot going on in here, and these runners are gonna find that out as they continue on.
The best question is, do they know what the numbers mean? Or are they just guessing there?
Well, the numbers are pluses and minuses. That's as far as I know, other than, like, HP is...
I can only otherwise guess it's going to affect the stats, not just HP. Maybe the amount of damage they do, but that's probably going to affect a lot of the things. Like, if the class thing on that one means whatever weapon you're rocking, automatically, if it's a neutral weapon, automatically you would be treated as if it's a -2. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
But I don't know how that goes on that one.
I can only imagine that Thief 4 is gonna just be baller, like absolutely nuts. Where it's gonna have a ton of HP. It already hits really hard, and it's got double the hit growth with the fixes we have on. So I can only imagine that it's gonna just make this Thief just a monster.
That's going to be your damage dealer there. Right then and there, though I wish I knew what the Red Mage was. So I'm assuming if Market is going for a Fighter -2, that's probably for the fact of the Red Mage either rolled insanely stupidly horrible or neutral. And if it rolled neutral, I'd still consider that one over the Fighter. But that White Mage 5, and oh, we're off! Ooh, ice floor already!
And we do have, that is a sea floor. We do have deep Topher on, so Topher could be...
Oh god. Heal 3 at level 1.
That is exciting. Absolutely.
And it rolled low. I'm talking...
Wow. We do have like 10% to 500% for all of the prices. So that means that these spells can roll insanely cheap, and we could also see a lot of max price stuff going on around there. So
I also have to say, I think the treasure amounts have been modified a bit. Because when I was looking through, I think it said like high, intermediate, low. It was already set down at Melmont, so I'm assuming this is poverty level.
yes, this is set at Melmond Treasures. So we will see what ends up happening with any sort of items that we get. We also have item gear on, so we're looking at no defense sword, no white shirt, no black shirt, and we're just gonna see what ends up. Oh, cap +5. That is actually really, really good
And
with Blurst
power
weapons.
-3. But early Bane's gonna help, especially on that one. Although with everything else, at least it's not random encounter zones. Let's see. Below that is, ooh, that's nice. Greater than, less than.
Wow, that's really quick. And we have a Cardia treasure chest up at the Temple of Fiends.
3 items.
And we do have NPC guillotines on.
Money, and a silver knife. Silver knife, that's very good considering it's a +5.
And as Sports Hefe is pointing out, we do have a free tail when we start, so that is another alpha flag that people are working with. With no black belt, that's really good to have a tail already in the mix.
Ooh, looks like Zen0bian is actually reading the stat stuff on that one. It's hard to tell the differences from that because I don't know the vanilla stats on it one, but someone at least started with some higher evade. Maybe the thief on that one.
The white mage had a 53 evade to start, which I think is pretty high for a white mage. So
The thief had over 50 as well, so that's. I mean, the thief is good, but 50 plus, to evade early, you're hoping to stack evade immediately.
And we see these runners kind of looking for a way to get levels. One of the things to point out in these flags that have been crafted is that the XP is absolutely insane. So one of the things that they're going to be working with is 3.5 times the normal amount of experience. But on top of 3.5 times the normal amount of experience, you're also looking at plus 100% per orb. So
that means after 4 orbs, you're getting 400% minimum.
And so that would put you up to 14 times, I believe. Yep, 14 times the amount of experience.
Matoya.
So this experience is going to get asinine, and I wonder if these runners are going to figure it out because they are blind in this.
Oh, that's a weapon. Ice +2.
Ice +2 is really good. The thing with Blurst weapons and item magic is you can have an Ice 2 sword, an Ice +2 sword, or a Ice 2 +2 sword, something along those lines, where you don't know which, like, it really can mess with your head. Which spell
it's
you're actually
essentially
gonna get.
lower. It's essentially Ice 2, meaning the whole Ice sword +2.
And we got Zen0bian finding a marsh top, which is giving him 6 grand in gold, so that's exciting. We do not have deep towns on, so that is really exciting. Those guards are hitting super hard. Luckily, they do have Bane for some of these other packs, obviously not guards. But so let's see, what do we have here? We've got enemy stats clamped at 100 to 220. We have enemy HP set at 300 or 33% to 300%. We've got boss stats at 100 to 250, boss HP at 100 to 350, and then 3.5 times experience. The encounter rate's not bad. It's 50% on the overworld and 60% in the dungeons. Oh, there's our canal. Canal in a box.
Yep. Now, the better question is, are they realizing how starved for money they're going to be tonight? Considering I'm hoping that the vendor item rolls high. I'm talking high.
Well, so far, they've been finding not a ton of money in boxes, but I mean 6 grand here, 5 grand here. The the boxes have not been awful so far for a Melman treasure. Oh, Opal 5, that is amazing armor. And the only person who's going to have access to that is Ailmarkin, even though he dropped that fighter right away.
That fighter is probably going to... Once you get a few levels and get some good equipment, that fighter's going to be back up on its feet soon. Ooh, now that's probably the most expensive chest in the game I've seen for a while. Over 10k.
Yeah, and that 10,000 is going to go a long way. I mean, these guys are these are very good veterans at Entrance of Floor Shuffle, and we found mermaids. Another 13,000 chest. Oh, Scimitar 5, and
which is even nicer on this one, because right now that's in the. There's going to be an item here.
Or since we have more spots than we do items, it could be a dud. We won't know. And Ailmarkin is going to find out whether or not there's a cabin, a pure, and he found the bottle. So now we're going to be looking for Gaia. And Gaia is going to be at one of the entrances. And we're going to see what a tiny fairy gets to give us. I am super, super interested in Blurst classes, though, just in general, because this could be super fun and it could be super trolly. Just imagine a seed where you get a black mage -5 and a red mage -5, and you say, well, how am I gonna do my sweeper spells when my guys get 0 HP?
Better question is if you're also doing the spell shop, the actual I'm trying to remember this here. Spell Zap specialty with is Spell Zap on it? I think it is with the spell books.
One Fine Day has been working on the Spellcrafter and the Randomizer.
One Fine Day. Sorry about that.
And on top of it, he is also... Oh no, Ale! He just got wiped out after finding mermaids and finding his bottle.
And salute the devs for the bridge boss. It's nice to see the actual credits here on that one, as I remember back in the day, and that actually sounds weird to say it, but when you get the normal credits. But still, every time you can see that one, enjoy it.
And Zen0bian is, he might be realizing, now that he's opened up a few more boxes, that this is Melman treasures. He's finding really, really low gear, such as scimitars and iron armors and falchions and silver bracelets, copper bracelets. He's not finding anything that's really fantastic. Like, there's a copper bracelet. I believe he found a silver bracelet somewhere as well. Or somebody found a silver bracelet.
I think we'll probably see some of the... Oh, we found Carrie already.
And we found Agamas.
Wait, Agamas on the Agama tile?
That, I mean, it's supposed to be shuffled.
Oh my god, they're shuffled! But, oh my god, that is a classic! We might actually see Agama facts tonight, folks!
That is
We might see Agama facts!
Exciting. I'm excited about Agama facts. I hope everybody out there is excited about Agama facts.
I'm hoping they decide to actually, because of how it is, take the Agama, take the Agama grind at some point. It brings a, I would say tear to my heart, but, it's like, it's Agama facts. Back before the tile shuffle, that was your actual, that was your grind. You would go grind Agamas, or you would go grind eyes.
Yep, that's a lot of vanilla, the vanilla way to do, to get your levels is the Agamas, the eyes, and it depends on which version you're playing, whether it's NES or PSP. But yeah, I mean, if you... Oh, there's a Dragon Armor -1. Uninformed pleb. Agama facts. Or we call them facts. I don't know. Whatever you want to call them. But it's facts with a CT. You can just throw out... Because people sit there on Agamas for, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Just your normal black belt grind.
Yeah, that's essentially what it was. It was essentially, like... You'd have like a good 5 to 10 minutes, the early game just... grinding your black belt, grinding your characters. Back in the old days, it's just like, that was your thing.
Oh, we got the first Lich!
So we know where 2 of the fiends are already.
That is quick, and what is amazing is if Ailmarkin can get through this Lich, and he can figure out that it's Orb XP, that is going to be absolutely huge. And he's got Harm 4, so that's good. That's a good way to get through Lich. Lich does have clamps on, so she's got fire too.
You saw how much damage?
Right away, we got fire too.
Did you see how much damage that was doing?
Yeah. So they
have Bane, right?
They do have Bane, but Bane is not how they're gonna take down Lich.
I mean, it's got potential.
I believe it's 3 and 256 because it's undead. But I could be wrong on that. Chat can fix me out. Where's the X for sword, right? We have Melman treasures on here, CC, so I have a feeling we're not going to be seeing a Bane sword. Make Lich run away. That'd be fantastic. I would love to see somebody fear Lich.
I've seen, not counting the actual tasks for FF1, I believe I've seen an actual Chaos run away once in the randomizer, and that was back before they made morale a separate stat. You know, the earlier games where you could actually manage to get that.
This is really, really smart on Ailmarkin. He knows that off of a hard reset, when he goes down onto Mirage 1, the first encounter is vampires. And he has Harm 4 with that White Mage, meaning that he can one-shot those vampires with the Harm 4 as long as he can get it off. And he just got up to level 9. So hopefully that means that he can... he's going to go buy some more tents, so he can go out there and try and grind out some levels on these vampires.
Buy some tents, buy some heals, go save at the inn, get back there, and just keep going.
And these are some insanely cheap tents at 5 gold. I mean, you might as well just buy 99 of them.
You might want to hold off on that one, just because of the whole fact of inventory space. And hey, we got a Fear Gauntlet.
And it is a cheap Fear Gauntlet, unfortunately.
But Pro Rings! Now that's a strat.
1 and 201 with, so the uninformed pleb is wondering how a 1 and 201 worked. That has to do with touch attacks. So the 1 and 201 is if you are wearing a ribbon and it's any touch attack besides Death Touch, because Death Touch is non-elemental, so a ribbon doesn't resist it. Your touch attacks roll on a different scale other than your actual spells.
And Zen0bian picking up their now.
But let's see if he can get out of here. Because I don't think that Ailmarkin made it out of here with his canal.
I'm not sure on that one, but as a positive, I think with everything we're seeing, depending on how high the bosses roll, we will see an actual grind. We will probably see a grind to at least 30.
Our great tracker, Jonathan Yoshi, has Ailmarkin as getting out of there with the canal, so that's fantastic. There's just a lot of entrances here to check on the Inner Sea, because you don't know where anything is or how deep some of these dungeons go.
Plus, we also have the tournament brackets coming up soon, so that'll be nice. And Zen0bian picking up the greater than less than, seeing the chain -5, head axe -1. 189 gold, saber -3, 608 gold, 272, cloth 3. Makes you wonder, is that cloth just basically like hard as anything? I mean, it's not even hard leather, it's just like, I just imagine like a t-shirt that's literally just like been like, you know, worn for the past few days, is like stiff as anything. That's what I think of when I think of cloth armor.
Yeah, but I mean, when you have cloth armor plus anything, it's helpful because it's a body armor, and when you have burst weapons on, it gives you +2 to the absorb, or -2 to the absorb. So I mean, cloth gives you 1. If you have a cloth +5, now you're looking at 11 absorb, which is really, really, really huge.
And apparently, Elmarkin didn't make it out of there.
So he's working on it right now, trying to get out of there with his canal. And Zen0bian is also, I believe, trying to get out with his canal and his... he didn't go... Did he go down to mermaids? There's a lot going on here when it comes to Blurst weapon, or with entrance and floor shuffle.
I know they went down there, saw them pick up the bottle. I do not know if they made it out yet for that one.
And now he's made it out, so he at least has his canal, which is fantastic. So now he can get out of the inner sea. He's got a lot more locations he can check. He's gonna grab those 9910s. He's gotta. When it comes to entrance and floor shuffle, there are a lot of saves that you end up doing because you end up walking on, unless you can somehow magically find a really quick floater or a really quick canoe. Well, just a really quick floater.
Wow, I just noticed something. They don't have heal pots.
Ooh, that is... Well, they've got heal 3.
Pure safeties. Sorry, pure softs, tents. That's all that were there. That's all that was there.
But they've got heal 3, and hopefully at this point they've got some levels on that white mage. And when you get some levels on that white mage, that means that you're gonna.
I just realized there's pro rings for pro ring 5.
Yeah.
Pro ring already being one of the best armors in the, best armors in the game for everybody to wear, and with that plus 5, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that gives them 13 absorb, which is really, really huge, especially in entrance and floor shuffle when, as you can see, you're looking at a lot of late game dungeons that these runners have already run into. They've already run into some sky floors, they've run into some mirage floors, they've run into some sea floors. So
they found... Oh, this is new. We found the vampire floor.
Yeah, here's the rod lock. Don't think anybody's got the rod though. But,
they do not.
But with all of the places incentivized, the vampire chest is incentivized.
It's the
ice shield plus 5. That is a huge pickup for absorb. That fighter is gonna be just stacked.
Even with less damage and worse stats, equipment can make a difference. I mean, if you're rocking like high-end gear, and you got the spells for it, yeah, it sure doesn't matter if you're not hitting as much. You're still gonna tank stuff. You might need to heal more, but
well, they haven't even found a second place to go yet, town-wise. So I mean, they're still. Oh no, this is not good. Aelmarkin has found werewolves and gerwolves, and he has no damage spells other than harms. So he's relying on Bane to get the job done. And they have stun touch.
I mean, it's early on. Bane's going to be able to most likely poisoned.
He does have Pures, so he's alright on that front.
Yep. Although, fun fact, that poison will not be healed except by the except with a pure or the pure spell, if I recall, or death.
And we have whiz mummies and cocktrisses on the earth tile, which that is not something you really want to see. That's 3 different enemies, that's 3 different possible spells and scripts with potential touch attacks. That's a nasty pack. Usually you can take it down pretty well, but it's still a nasty pack.
I mean, it actually isn't a bad pack if you can manage to take it down. It's got some okay EXP, it's just not the type you'd want to actually grind in. Like, get you missed it, folks, and that was done. And hey, we found the ruby.
Ruby! And that in entrance and floor shuffle is a very, very interesting find because it can get you to places that you wouldn't normally have access to.
Hey, Gouda.
What's
they
up?
found the ruby chest in the ruby. They found the ruby in the ruby chest.
Is this even randomized? Somebody had to say it, Magius. Somebody had to say
it. Hey, I always put in chat, anytime I say obligatory, is this even randomized comment?
But, so far, both of these runners with their Harm 4 have found a lot of floors that have had undead packs on them. Whether it be ghost packs, this Spectre Geist pack, They found vampires. So I mean, it's been really interesting how the spells with the floors have all lined up really well, so they can at least get a little bit of levels on their people. I'm surprised Ailmarkin is not going to try and fight Lich again. He got a couple extra levels. He still has the harm 4. I know his light warriors weren't doing a ton of damage, but it's not a very long walk because Lich was on the first floor.
I mean, looks like Zen0bian is going to check the Northwest Castle and Marsh, so we're going to have some new information coming.
And Ailmarkin is going to go test out Lich. He just needed to get those spell charges
We found a
up.
second town.
Oh boy, we found Provoka. This is a good find.
Oh, that's even better.
Level 2, Cure 4, second best healing spell in the game behind Life 2. But it's definitely something you want.
Well, there's a sweeper, at least in Lit 2. Also, they found Cure 3, which they're not going to... Oh, God.
Oh, no. Lich also has Thunder.
See, harm 4 for... Turn 54 damage, swinging harm 4. That white mage needs to stay alive.
Oh, no. One more. We got another round in. What? 100 damage out of that thief. Oh, my goodness.
272. Oh, God. It's possible. I missed... It was in the weapon shop, though.
That Lich has so much HP. That is nuts.
It's Lich. It really wants to be an undead necromancer today. And oh, I forgot. We have unsafe pirates.
Oh, let's see if Zen0bian can get through this unscathed. We got one hit, taking out one pirate, 100 and some damage. And these pirates aren't hitting too hard. Throws out a heal 3 just for safety. And Lit 2 should do the job.
Also, on a positive note, they will only have Cure 4 as their main healing spell, apart from Heal 3. Cure 3 rolled in the actual same level.
Let's see if we can finally get some heal pots, though. And there we go, 31 gold heal pots. So we are finally able to heal our light warriors without the white mage having to spam spells.
And even giving that white mage an actual silver hammer. So here's hoping the white mage can start dealing some actual damage. To non-undead enemies, I mean.
And as Crabcakes is pointing out, this is a white mage seed, and we have white mages +5, so that should have been the indication that the white mages were the way to go in this seed.
I mean, one of the most amusing things I've seen in a while was it last time we provided commentary on IronGol where we literally had unsafe pirates said about, oh yeah, they could have nuke, and then they had nuke?
Oh, that's the best, is when the pirates roll nuke. Because then, you don't have to see it again, and you're just kind of praying for turn order.
I mean, it's true, but at the same point, it's just like, I mean, in the old days, there's a reason why unsafe pirates is a flag, because they used to there was actually a chance for that to happen, and it happened more often than you would believe.
Oh yeah, back in the day when we didn't have the full spell shuffle, so you had like level 8, 7, 6, and 8 spells in Corneria, and you couldn't cast anything. Now, when we have a tendency to get sweeper spells at lower levels, and we're opening up the progression a little bit more, and like back in the day, that was when, as you were saying earlier, Princess gave you the bridge, or King gave you the bridge, Princess gave you the loot, Bicky gave you the ship, and there was a lot of vanilla progression that was going on.
I mean, Binky and the Princess were always randomized. The King always did have that one, just because of that one. But not even at the time with that, they still had the actual spell shuffles where it was via, spells or the levels. The other flag, though, for that was there, but it was not used as much.
Yeah, and that's where I believe that's where Tristla came in. Is Tristla was able to get through that when nobody else could. And down here in Marsh Cave, we find some ghosts, and we find a Cardia treasure.
Yep.
So we're getting some more power staffs -3, a little bit more gold. And these runners have not really found exactly what they're looking for at this point. They do have the canal. They can get outside of the inner sea. So that's going to be their next place to go is time to get
or
out.
try... honestly, I like El Markin's play here. I would also say maybe grind up a bit more, but I like his play here.
Yeah,
I like their play here a lot.
You got to get rid of Lich. I mean, Lich is the lowest enemy, or the lowest fiend that you can take on, and you know you had to be close.
Not just that, but although they don't know about the Orb XP, they might have figured it out from some of the items that they may have gotten so far. So if they can take that out, that's an extra 100. That's an extra 100% EXP.
And Fighter 2 is a good way to start off because that fighter does have that ice shield. So
Harm for 180 damage. Sorry, got you off for a second.
No, it's fine. Go to it. Another Fighter 2, so that's really, really helpful. That fighter getting some tempers out and letting that fighter hit just a little bit harder. He's already hitting 3 hits.
Yep, and the nicest thing is that they just want to avoid the skills, because first skill I believe was like Thunder, Cure 4ing, couldn't see what that would hold.
But he
3 hits, 3 damage.
Oh, there we go. Making sure that white mage stays up.
Definitely. So about 26 minutes in, we've got our first orb lit.
That's really exciting. 26 minutes in, first orb. Here we go.
Yep. Zen0bian actually checking out Sky Floor 1. I forget where they found it. Probably at Melmond. Wow, tonight actually Melmond being worth more than normal Melmond.
We have a Gershark Wizzsahag. I believe this is a tile right here. So that's an interesting tile. If they had any sort of better sweeper spell than Lit 2, that's something I could see Aelmarkin trying to... Ooh, zombies.
Oh, you missed it. So apparently there was an Ice 2 sword. I'm talking spell Ice 2 sword.
Yes. Ice 2 plus 3. That's what we're talking about. That's exactly what we want. We want to have the most confusing swords we can.
I mean, my personal favorite was the nuke stick. And anytime I see that, it's just like... is it the Mage Staff? That is the only item that's got the... that's the spell on a stick?
We got a Mage stick. We have a Wizard stick. And it depends on what kind of treasures you have on, because then it just rolls random sticks.
I mean, no matter what, seeing a nuke on a stick, it's a boom stick. It makes things go boom.
Heal staff as well. And it's great when you get to see both the nuke stick and a fade stick and a cure 4 stick, and you go, well, I am blessed.
Yeah, I'd say it's more you're just gonna stick it at whatever opponent you got.
Ice 2 plus 3 is better than the Ice Sword plus 3.
And...
I don't think so, because I believe Ice 2 plus 3 is either the... If there's no sword next to it, then it's not... Then it's the defense sword. If there is a sword next to it, then it's the Bane sword.
There was not, if I believe. It was just the name on that one, so, yeah, defense sword plus 3, that's actually pretty good. And, ooh, Markin doing the smart play here and showing us one of the rare chests that we almost never see.
Because all of these chests are linked, so whenever you're not playing Entrance and Floor Shuffle, you never go and check those chests.
But since he has not seen the actual other floor, it is definitely worth checking it, because you might find items that you need to get to those other floors.
That's 100% true. That is a super, super smart and cheeky check. Anybody who's out there watching and wants to do Entrance and Floor Shuffle, keep that in your back pocket, because I have never, ever gone and checked those chests. I forget about them. So that is fantastic by Aelmarkin.
A veteran strat by one of our more veteran runners.
And Cece's asking about the flags, so I can give some of the people who are coming in right now a better rundown of the flags. So we have, let me pull it up. We have more locations than items by 6. So there's going to be 6 duds in the incentive locations. And it's not loading, so this is
We also have
the alpha sites.
blurst. We also have blurst weapons. Apparently, something that happened as of today. Blurst classes. We're still figuring that one out ourselves.
I mean, all you have to do is look at Ailmarkin's Thief right now, with a Thief plus 4 at level 12 having 304 HP. Is absolutely nuts.
The answer will comment about wanting access to it. Check out the Discord. They'll probably be able to link you to the alpha site. As I forget where it is, but it's probably on the alpha site now.
I do not believe it's on the alpha site, but I could be wrong. I can't access the alpha site right now for some reason, so maybe somebody's working on it.
I mean, the old joke used to be, I have an idea for a flag, suggested it'll be up in like 5 minutes, and ooh, a stop item.
So the Ice 2 3, or the Ice 2 plus 3 sword does have a sword icon next to it, so I believe that's the Bane sword. I could be wrong.
And I'm being corrected by Spellzap in chat. This is pre-alpha site, and looks like Zen0bian has found Bahamut.
And we have the Elf Doctor.
Yes! The NPCs are on vacation today.
The Elf Doctor gets to hang out in Bahamut's lair with all the dragons because she got real sick of taking care of that sleeping prince who just doesn't want to wake up. And let me tell you, if you don't know NPC Shuffle is on, that is one of the most annoying things, especially when one of them ends up in their vanilla spot. And you go, oh, NPC Shuffle's not on. And then all of a sudden you get to, I don't know, Melmond, and you see Bahamut sitting there and you go, well, crud.
I mean, it's namely just the Bahamut, the elf, the Elven Doctor, and Dr. if I recall correctly. And it's mainly for the doctors on that one. Although, I don't know if anybody's thought about expanding that to all the other NPC, quest items. I mean, having, like, the circles, having Zardia all the way in Matoya's cave? That might be fun.
Yeah, but could you just imagine poor old Matoya, blind as a bat, hanging out with a circle of sages, and they're all just running around like crazy because they're off their meds and they're just knocking over poor old Matoya? That would be so sad.
You think they would be running around her, or just all gather around her?
That's a really good question. I am not sure. But I'd be sad for Matoya. And Zen0bian finding an eye here in Sky 1, which is one of the nice enemies that are here on Sky 1.
Oh god. Well, in chat, making a great comment. If that does happen, having Binky in the bottle. That just reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean. For anybody that actually gets that reference.
And these runners are just going all over the place, just trying to find their items and get some sort of idea as to what is actually inside of this seed and what they need to do to continue their progression.
I
But
mean,
this is
hey, we found ordeals.
this is a pretty normal way for Entrance and Floor Shuffle runners to go about it. They check every single Inner Sea entrance, and then they get out of the Inner Sea and they go over to the Melmond area. They'll check Melmond, they'll check Titan's East, they'll check Earth Cave, and then they'll run over and they'll check Crescent Lake, and they'll run down if they still don't have a canoe, and check some of the other places. So this is pretty standard for how you run through these Entrance and Floor Shuffle flags, and they do luckily have the ability to make it down to the bottom of these really potentially deep dungeons and get out, even if they don't have exit or warp, because exit and warp are the two things that you really want in Entrance and Floor Shuffle.
I mean, if we really want to go into detail, they could always do random starting location where you have, like, you start by a random town. And yes, Gaia would be possible in Entrance Shuffle because that would be, Titan's Cave? Just, not have the Titan there?
Yeah, you could potentially do that. I mean, there's the devs of this game have done so much work. It's absolutely insane how much work the devs have put in, and we got to give such major props to the devs, because without them, this game wouldn't be where it's at, and they do so much work. It's absolutely fantastic.
That is very true. I mean, if you go back and look at how the versions of the game have been, version 2 was the introduction of the NPC shuffle, if I recall correctly.
And I know last year they put on a one-day, 3 different flag sets tournament that kind of showed a progression from 1.4.4 up to 2.1 up to 3.0, and just kind of what the randomizer's been capable of. And that's basically only like the last 2.5-3 years is how quickly they've gone through these iterations, and it's been absolutely fantastic.
Oh, definitely. In fact, I still have the downloaded version from the 1.0 and change from the very first tournament. And looks like Zen0bian making it through the actual floor
and
of the teleport maze.
Ailmarkin is just getting the business from this maze. He's just getting sent back to the start, and oh, a cake stick. We got some dang strats coming out here pretty soon, I bet, ladies and gentlemen. Even though it's -3, that cake is probably going to do some work.
It just makes me think of, like, that giant fruitcake that everybody doesn't like, that's just, the meme of just, like, you could beat someone in the head with it.
Another cap +5. Oh, man. And we got a chime. So in this, that chime may or may not be needed. You don't know if it's for go mode, but it's another entrance that our runners have access to. There is a dock below the Mirage Tower, and that chime gives you access to that Mirage Tower. Whether or not inside of that Mirage Tower you will need the cube, we don't know. So in vanilla, you need chime and cube to get to Tiamat, which is one of the final fiends that you have to kill. Oh, and we found Gaia. So we've got the bottle, we've got Gaia, and we've got a level 7 Brack.
And a level 7 Saber.
And a level 7 Invis
oh
2.
God.
Ouch.
If they can promote, they have the tail automatically, as this is one of the options, that they've got. We can and might see them pick up Viz 2 later on. I believe that was the second slot, so it requires promotion, but I believe they will have access to it for that white mage.
Ailmarkin is down to just his white mage, and he's trying to give these mummies some cake, and they are just not having it. Oh no, mummies have zap. Oh
Ew.
no. And he had to have been almost all the way out of that.
Ooh, and those houses rolled nice. Basically 5k for a stack of them? That's not bad at all.
Oh, I'll take that. Give me some houses.
Definitely. It's like 481 times 10, as I said, about 5k, give or take. Just rounding off on that one, it's probably a bit more, but close enough.
Hey, how many houses do you want? Yes.
Hey, the
answer is
Adamant.
So Tiny Fairy, she is super, super strong, somehow made it out of the bottom of that little pond with a gigantic hunk of adamant.
I mean,
That's fantastic from her.
technically, it's basically they'll have to go to the dwarven blacksmith because I don't know if the NPC, if the fetch quest shuffle is on or not. But they will have access to it. Basically, if it isn't, then they'll have access to the sword that's supposed to be in that stone. But looks like we're going to see what Crescent Lake has got coming up.
And I do believe we have NPC Shuffle on, and with that NPC Shuffle comes some random item, or it could be a dud. And we have
Maze Floor.
Sky 4. And
I'd say get our blessed RNGs in chat, but we don't know if this is going to lead to Warmech or not, or if Warmech is patrolling or not.
And right now we're going to find out if... Oh, Spellzap was really nice to these runners. He did not give them a Sky Maze. He didn't even randomize that teleporter, and I have to tell you, those are two of my least favorite flags. Sky Maze and Sky Teleporter.
Wait. Was that a normal ordeals teleporter or Sky?
Sky Teleporter. They have randomized Sky Teleporter, so you have the entire maze floor, and it can be anywhere on the entire maze floor.
I hate that one too, but it's annoying. But then again, I do believe that they have some... I know that there is a beginning thing where they will block off some of the stuff to make it a bit easier.
Yeah, that's the maze. So the maze will kind of block off things and get you to where you need to go, and the other one is just completely open Sky Teleporter. And Ailmarkin's going to give us a look at these level 8 spells. So we have... Oh no, level 8 Fade. It was a white mage seed, and then we found Fade. Womp womp.
To be fair, when they can promote, they will have access to it. And depending on how bad the fiends roll, we might see it being picked up. Operative word is might, and Onrak is...
And Dr. Oon is vanilla, with no slab.
And it's Melmond! But, ooh! Gold +2!
That is exciting, and I think Ailmarkin realized that he forgot to turn in his bottle.
No, I believe he died. Yep. I don't remember on that one, but either way, it's going to do it now.
Yep, Ale forgot to turn in his bottle when he left Gaia, and he's gonna find out that he gets the adamant from a tiny fairy. And the real question is Zen0bian going to head over to Mirage, because that's really the only thing he's got left.
Sorry for the interruption you, but oh my god, Nuke and Life 2 at level 5.
And this is why you bring along a white mage and you bring along a black mage. But Nuke is in that third slot, which requires promotion. That's your vanilla warp slot. That is class locked.
Not just that, but also it is at the same level as Life 1. They will not have multiple casts of Life / Life 2. They'll probably pick up both, but it's going to be only until promotion that they'll be slotting in that Life 1.
Yeah, and that's really, really rough that you have to pick up the Life 1 and then go and pick up the Life 2. Like, that's just a feels bad moment, but, I mean, what else are you going to do with those spell slots for your white mage? If it was a red mage, they'd be a little different. And Zen0bian finding some steak and wings, but it's not steak and wings, it's an actual Tyro. That makes me sad. I'd like myself some steak and wings, and oh, this is This is gonna turn out to be just great. Ailmarkin, not having the crown. Astos is saying, hey, go get me my crown. I'm looking for a crown here. Come on, help me out.
I mean, it's Astos. The old meme about Astos all along. Oh! Zenobia finding a freaking treasure trove here! Finding the dwarves! Hooray!
Wait a minute. What just happened? We have NPC Guillotine on. I did not see the Hooray Dwarf go home. Did they? What?
Yes, that
What?
is the flag that they did test it. Hey, we found the rod. We found the crowbar.
So now we can go back to the rod block, but the Hooray Dwarf can't get sent home? What if he wants to see his family? That is just cruel by these devs.
I mean,
Sad.
they
Sad.
have made it a few of the NPCs, especially the memes, be, safe from NPC guillotine, and I can see it. I can dig it. I think a few of those bats might need to be safe from NPC guillotine, because, well, put the trolliest bats, safe from it. But the better question is, with NPC guillotine, do you think they'll actually take the bats out of the prison? Will they get released?
They should. If we have NPC Guillotine on as a regular flag, which I honestly think we should once it works out well, then release the bats. The bats need to be released. They need to be sent home, and they need to be taken out by the guillotine.
I mean, I think honestly, if NPC guillotine is on, the bats are loose. If it, then you gotta deal with them.
Oh,
And
we have
we
a
found the
cube.
cube. Hey Gouda, do you say we have a GameCube?
Oh, I mean, it's not the game yet, but it's definitely going to be used to play, hopefully. Oh, Vorpal 5! And that, right there, is most likely your endgame weapon with Melmon treasures on. You got a Vorpal 5, that increases that crit rate even just that much more, and actually makes that weapon usable.
Oh, and another Quake stick. Another cake stick. I mean, I think we might see some higher end gear, but worst case, it's going to be in the actual incentive locations. As I'm not sure if there's an incentive pool or not, but I am betting you that there's going to be a few cabins in there.
Yeah, it's amazing. We haven't even seen a cabin yet from any of these incentive locations. So far, so good with these runners. And we have found the Elf Castle, and that means that we get to get
Bahamut!
not just get class change. You also are gonna get your canoe from the Elf Prince. That's fantastic.
And definitely equipping that Vorpal right then and there. This is one of those, it's like, this is not junk tonight. This is your weapon. This is it, And
Dr. Bahamut.
But Bahamut's just there to base. Oh no, the Prince was basically a Pokemon trainer tonight.
And even though Ailmarkin has not gone over to Onrak yet, he's catching, like, he didn't waste any time by heading over to Onrak. So this is really better routing, just because of guessing, I'm assuming. But he's right behind Zen0bian. So Zen0bian's got a little bit of a lead right now, but it's not anything that's too crazy. Manticore's throwing out some ice too, though. That is really, really not what you want to be seeing.
Ew. Markin taking the reset. I know they did get out with the other stuff, so we'll have to dive deep to get that items again.
And Ailmarkin is up 1 orb to 0, but that Lich is not very deep and is at a really, really free location. So that's not too big of a game changer, just that 1 orb. But it could be a big game changer with the XP.
Not only that, but also the fact of with what is around them and what they have seen. Hey, we found the top of a volcano. Below another volcano floor, an ice cave.
And there's the deep
we
Topher.
found it. Found Topher.
And unfortunately, that's not at a very easy location to access. I believe that is inside of the inside of the waterfall.
It is indeed behind the waterfall, and what's even better, it's behind 2 lava floors. Which means before you go into Topher, you're going to have to take damage. You're going to have to use your actual heal pots, or you're going to have to use spells before even entering Topher.
And Ailmarkin equipping that Dragon Armor -1. What happened? I don't remember what happened to his Opal Armor +5, because there was an Opal Armor 5 that was very, very, very free.
I do not know if they saved it or not, or if they had to back out or not, but, either way, that'll work on that one. But you gotta love it. Anytime you've got to actually take damage before you can even get into Topher.
And luckily, he's got a level 1 heal 3, and he's not going to be using too many harm 4 spells. So, I mean, that's going to be the easy way to get rid of that little bit of damage. So,
and according to our tracker, he apparently died on the way out. So, after getting it, so basically decided to abandon it.
And Zen0bian doing the Oasis check because he doesn't know if there's a vendor item out there still. He has to assume there is one. He has not seen the vendor item at a shop. So the Oasis today did not hold our vendor item. He does have the canoe. He's going to come over here. He's going to check our deals.
The best part about the Oasis shop, I might add, is it's the only location in the game, apart from Coronaria, however you want to pronounce it, that is not randomized.
So this is, I don't understand these runners right now. Ailmarkin also just seeing a Tyro. He doesn't see a stake. Man, we got 2 Tyro runners. I don't even know. I like both these guys. I'm friends with them both, but come on, guys. It's stake time. It's almost
Ailmarkin took the stake down. He took the Tyro down.
He did. That's absolutely true. Zen0bian coming back with that rod. Gonna check the lower floors here. Find out what's behind this rod block.
I mean, when you can cheese some free stakes, it's always good.
Zen0bian is just on a bat killing spree. Oh, but here are the Zap mummies that he got away from.
And looks like Ailmarkin checking the map. I'm still glad that they still have that in there, even though, they had to take out the actual puzzle game. Although, I'll tell you that one suggestion no one ever really listened to me about was, before they had to take that out, putting an item there. Because that would have been great.
That was interesting. So Zen0bian just tried to break the rod block with the NPC guillotine, which is fully illegal, by the way. But it looks like they finally fixed it. I knew he had the rod, so it wasn't a big deal, but he had to check it. So it was fixed. The rod, one of the reasons we have not been able to implement NPC guillotine is because we could get through the loot block and we could get through the rod block using NPC guillotine and basically cheat if we didn't have an item. Nobody does it because we're on stream.
Well, to be precise, it's allowed if both players agree to it. That has been the current ruling whenever NPC guillotine has been on until they fixed it was allowed if both players agreed to it. Most players don't, but depending on how bad the seed was, there have been a few times where they have, because they knew the seed was just, the flag set basically made it worth having that ability.
Yeah, spells up. Ref not looking, the commish is looking. Let me tell you. The commish is looking. We got the bartender Ailmarkin, we got Gingu Weebu Zen0bian. They're going at it. Zen0bian's got a little bit of a lead, even though Ailmarkin's got an orb lead. They know where Carrie is. They do not know where Kraken or Tiamat is. Zen0bian just went through the rod block, and he found Sarda. So he's and he got the key, so now he can check any key locked. I'm not even sure if we've seen key locked other than Topher.
We have also seen Elfland Castle.
Yes, correct. Elfland Castle, and we have also seen dwarfs.
Yes, and I believe out of those, the Corneria Castle is the location that is incentivized, if I recall correctly on that one.
And Marsh Bottom locked. Because we do have Marsh and Marsh Bottom locked, both incentivized, which is, it'll be interesting. I 1000% hope that there's something
I forgot.
there.
We also found Northwest Castle.
Good. Very true. Ailmarkin
So
finding
today's
some
winner is
frosties.
lots of money, a little bit of money, and
Oh no, a phantom. That is scary stuff right there.
Oh, and
A seafood party pack.
The saddest part is the Phantom doesn't give that much EXP.
But he just hits like a truck.
I mean, and Frosty's able to stone.
Poor Zach, he got stoned today. I mean, it's a really tough time when you go there and because he got high, you get stoned.
I mean, at least nothing else happened to him because he got high. Because he got high.
Oh yes. Good old Afro Man. But we better not go too in-depth with this. Don't want to get this thing, we don't want to be too close to him.
And we found Marsh Bottom, so nothing good. Checking the incentivized location. I'm still rooting for cabins.
We got a crystal. We have not yet gotten dudded out of any of these locations. Zen0bian is going to full clear Marsh, and that's a smart play whenever you have blind flags. Flame armor -3. That's not what you want to see when you have a gold
Definitely
bracelet
not.
+2.
Or the insanely good ice armor, and looks like Ailmarkin is checking ordeals.
Which is
It finds
Elfland.
Elfland.
Ooh, that is a great find. We got Quad X, Lit 3, Lock 2. Black Magic level 3 is stacked.
Definitely. Although that Quad X probably won't be used as much. And let's see, Harm 3, Heal, Wall. You're probably going to be taking the Wall and not much else out of the White Magic, since we've seen all of our good White Magic spells.
And Ailmarkin remembering that his Thief, which is now a ninja, can also pick up all these spells, so he went back to grab them. But that, with Melman Treasures, it's very unlikely to get a ribbon. I believe there is a small percentage chance that you can roll 1 ribbon.
Oh, and Exit in level 4.
And fast.
Oh! And Ice 3, too.
That's a stacked Elfland, and I believe Zen0bian skipped it.
And as another fact to that matter is, oh god! You saw what the... Oh god, we found the vendor item!
I missed it. I was watching Zen0bian checking these chests. What was the vendor item?
Floater.
Oh, snap. Max price.
Yep!
And we got a crown.
Crown.
How much do you want to sell, Ailmarkin? How much do you want to sell?
You keep the Vorpal 5, you make sure you have enough stuff to actually carry it on, you sell everything.
And
It is a fire sale.
You run around Castle of Ordeals, i.e. Elfland, until you can make up the rest of the money.
Oh, definitely. That floater there, that is huge. Zenobia has yet to be to Ordeals. I do not know when they'll check Ordeals, but that will give Ailmarkin some time to catch up. Having that floater is a huge advantage.
And he just got exactly the amount of money he needed from that one battle.
And today's floater was 65k. Max price indeed.
All right, so now we're gonna finally have our first runner in the air. Zen0bian has a lead, but he doesn't have a floater. So this is, as you said, Magius, this is where Aelmar can make up some time. He can go get in the air right away, and he can start checking these entrances that Zen0bian has already checked. But Zen0bian's doing it by canoe, he's doing it by boat, he's doing it by walking.
However, as a positive, the only entrance that Zenobia hasn't really checked yet is the ice cave. Although being near ice, being where Zenobia is, they might decide to check ice cave sooner versus later, but we'll see what the ground turns into. The slab!
Now we do know where where Dr. Un is, we know where Melmond is. So we can
definitely
turn that in, but we don't know where Lefane is.
We do not yet. However, it looks like Almarkin will soon be picking up their canoe. Sorry, not canoe. They'll be picking up their items from here as well.
So yeah, we're going to see the crystal, and we do know where Matoya is as well, so that's also helpful. So we'll see Matoya, I'm sure, very quickly, because Aelmarkin does have the floater, and he can get there a lot quicker.
Not just that, but Aelmarkin also having exit, which Zenobia does not have yet.
Oh yeah, exit is a huge, huge advantage. Oh no, Aelmarkin, I don't think he doesn't have the key yet. So he can't check the bottom. Oh, that's rough.
And I forget where that key came from, but hey, we found Andrak!
And we have Onrak, but I do not believe we have an Oxyale yet, so we do not have the ability to go down into the Onrak dungeon.
We do not. However, Zenobia, this is actually huge for Zenobia. Knowing that this is Onrak, they can remember what they haven't checked yet. That actually gives them... sorry, Almarkin, this isn't Final Fantasy III where you can actually take your airship and land it on the water. But we'll see this. And we get... Oh,
there's the Oxyale.
Yeah.
Well, now we can go check the dungeon entrance, find out what comes from there. For anybody who's new to Entrance and Floor Shuffle, that is something that you need to remember, is that the Onrak dungeon is a separate entrance. So you go inside of Onrak, and then you can go inside of the Onrak dungeon, and you can find something completely different, which is very obviously not the Sea Shrine. In this case, we have the Volcano Armory.
Armory, treasury. When you literally have it full of a lot of gold, I'd say it's more treasury than armory. But either way, the Volcano treasure trove.
Yeah, and we're gonna see if there's any good grind tiles here, or if there's any good items. We know that none of the incentive items are going to come from here.
We also know that later in the Agama Floor Volcano area, we will have Agamas.
Yes, we will. Agamas did roll vanilla.
And I know, Mucks with... We really need the fun percent flag of turning the Mucks into Mucks. They rolled Toxic.
They also rolled Hold, which is not a very, very fun thing to try and get out of when you don't have any way to guard against it. And that wooden stick +5, I mean, at the beginning of a game, a wooden stick +5 might not be too bad. But right now, we have pretty much everything we need, weapon-wise. And the armory is just not really paying out so far.
But we found some EXpedias. I mean, I guess if you want the exact number for the amount of EXpedia they give, you You can go check Wikipedia.
But they definitely have some HP on them, because they survived more than one round. We have Ailmarkin at level 17 across the board. I have not seen Zen0bian's levels here for a little bit, but we can see. I'm assuming that we're gonna. Oh, Katana 3. That is a find for that Thief 4.
Not only is that good for the ninja, that means both the fighter and the ninja will be rocking endgame gear. And I thought this was Melmont levels of poverty. We should not be seeing the Katana 3s.
And Ailmarkin picking up level 18 now. Yeah, that Katana 3 is going to be massive for him. And hopefully we can see what kind of levels Zen0bian has here pretty soon. But levels are going to become a thing very, very quickly, in my opinion.
And with that,
Ailmarkin, yeah, he did exit. I was like, oh, did he reset out? But all right.
Nope. Having exited, we found the cube block. This is actually nice for Ailmarkin, because the deeper this the deeper this goes, the more Zen0bian will check and not go get that floater. And without exits, this is really helping Ailmarkin out.
Yeah, really skipping ordeals was a big mistake by Zen0bian, and he didn't know it at the time. Obviously, he couldn't. But whew. And these metal slimes, are really good for experience. They're weak to fire, so I don't know if the runners have. I don't think they have any fire spells, but they have nuke, so that should get the job done.
And to answer, by the way, we have a high five here. And also to answer the question in chat, this could end up being one of the other fiends at the end of this. It could also end up being one of the actual. I'm trying to remember here. The Zardi Island caves that do nothing.
Yeah, there are multiple different things that this could be, and it could end up in the C-split, and then we could have even more fun.
Let's go, trolls! Hey, we found trolls!
What are you doing over there, Magus? You reading this seed?
Nah.
You're just that good.
They're good.
You're just that good. You know exactly which encounter's coming next. All right, what do we got next, Magus?
Probably the specters. No, oozes. Wait, unless there was a counter tile. Yeah, that was a forced spike tile, I think. We'll probably see.
Ooh, we got some wizards.
Who apparently don't cast magic, if I recall. In vanilla, that is, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, in vanilla, the wizards just punch really hard, which makes total sense. Not even a little bit. Especially when you look at D&D, which this is based off of. Wizards, that's not really their MO. Oh, and apparently I'm reading the seed, because here we have a C-split. And Reese Wolf giving us a little help here, saying that they are mind flayers and punching is not their thing. What? What the heck? Ailmarkin just stepped on the Bridge of Destiny and got Lich. So this is, well, here is the surprise from Spells app. This is, well, I don't even know what the heck this is. What? So,
and it's a beefy Lich again, too.
Yeah, so this is when you should be pulling out that cake stick. But Vorpal 5 doing some work. So what's going to happen next? We've got to heal 3 up, because who knows what else we're going to find. Sorcerers and Mud Goals, that's a little bit better. Sorry, Zen0bian, but Cake's not going to work on the Gershark. He's hanging out in the water.
Spells app, this is not a free bridge. This is not a free bridge.
You can see the tile. And Ailmarkin walking up to the tile real gingerly. Nothing here. Nothing here. And there's Carrie. Well, we get a preview of the other fiends.
I mean, This is a thing. This is a thing.
This is Temple of Fiends revisited, but on the Bridge of Destiny revisited.
I mean, if this ends up being chaos at the end, I will laugh.
Oh my goodness, that'd be so crazy. This is definitely the regular Fiends, though. Like, after they get beaten, or in this case, they're not even beaten yet. Here we are, and the fighter, the knight, goes down, and we do have access to life 2, so that's helpful, but... whew.
That is...
Ailmarkin looking at this going, I don't even know what to think right now. I'm taking on a clamped carry. A very obviously clamped carry.
Also hitting up some mid-viz, hitting up some fast. That katana putting in a bit of work. Carry with Blizzard. Fasting up that ninja. The ninja is probably going to keep hitting. Some more invis, some more temper, swirl.
Non-elemental swirl? What?
Healing. Tempering up that ninja.
This is absolutely insane.
And apparently we found the Earth Floor 1 on the going through the other side of the C-split.
And there's a thunder. All of these like, what? What is happening right now? The Fiend wants 470 damage out of that ninja, and oh boy, Carry 2 is not playing around. Carry 2 comes out, has non-elemental swirl, has Blizzard, has, I think it was Thunder as well, and on top of that...
Is that Carry 2 or Carry 1?
Or just Carry 1, you're right, it was just Carry 1, what am I saying? And on top of that, has 5 hits for over 200 damage and stun touch. This is, well, looks like you're gonna need your endgame levels just to come down here and try and take on Tiamat. The Mother of Dragons herself has brought in the rest of the Fiends as reinforcements, it looks like. And, well...
Oh, Crab Cakes is correcting us. She thinks it's Carry 2.
So, a little tidbit that Spellzap told me before this whole thing started that I was holding on to. They added spells to the Fiend pool. And I don't know if they added skills, but they may have. If Spellzap is out there, he can let us know if they also added skills, but they tweaked the Fiend ones. Because...
Oh wait, did they take off the free spells? The free skills like the fans were calling for?
I have no idea. Yeah, I no longer know either, Crab Cakes, and none of us do. And that's one of the things that these runners won't know either, but what we do know is that everything's clamped. My brain is blurst. So we're going to be looking at probably 30s, 40s before Ailmarkin or Spellzap, or Ailmarkin or Zen0bian decide to go back and try the Bridge of Destiny. Whew.
As a positive note, Zen0bian has found the actual Agama floor, so has access to some of the best Agama grinds of the game. And yes, Crab Cakes, apparently your brain is at -5. Do you think Litz and their zombie horde would want to eat it?
I think Ailmarkin finally realized where everything is, and maybe, just maybe, he's not going to keep checking boxes the way that Zen0bian is, and he's only going to go to the incentive locations.
I mean, if I'm Ailmarkin, I'm probably going to still try to pick up a few more items here and there, because we still have not seen Kraken. Although, out of what we've seen so far, you can get to Kraken. We know where Ordeal's... Not... Wait, they don't have the loot. And, Ailmarkin also needs the key.
Yes, absolutely. So, we're still looking for a few key items. Zen0bian has the slab. He knows where to get it translated. We don't know where Lefane is. We can only assume that it is somewhere airship locked at this point. Because I believe we have seen all of the canoe-locked entrances.
Yes, we have. And come on, Zen0bian. Come on. Come on, you're at the Agama tile. Take the Agama fights.
He does have that
Yep.
katana, which is a nice weapon. That katana 3 is going to be doing a lot of work for him.
And they're going down fast, but opting to not, sadly. And this leads to Waterfall.
Waterfall is another incentive location. The problem that Zen0bian has is that Zen0bian still does not have exit. And he's going to have to walk his happy behind out of all of these floors to get out of here, where Ailmarkin does not.
Very true. This is going to help Ailmarkin a lot. Especially if they run into any, insanely hard fights.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get past this water floor that has ghosts, and ghosts almost always tend to hit super hard. Zeno has not been to... What the heck was that? XL 5? What?
Oh god. That's I'd say it's X-Cal, but no, it's not X-Cal.
92 damage, 93 hit. What?
Was that Massa or X-Cal? Because that's not a fighter.
That was neither. That was its own amazing, ridiculous, whatever they just put into this seed. So, what?
It's excellent.
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 Excellent axe. The excellent axe. We're gonna go. Yep, we got us an excellent axe. But
no guitars though to go with it.
Excellent. So we just found out where one of the link chests was. So that first chest on, I don't know, is it Volcano 4 is linked into carries.
Just call it the Agama floor. That's basically the nickname that everybody's given it because it's the easiest way to remember it.
All I have to say is Ailmarkin is he found a heal 3 bonk, but he is, I don't know what he's doing, not healing up before checking any spike tiles because, whoofta, let me tell you, if he takes a wipe down here, this is not going to be very, very costly.
Not just that, but that heal 3 bonk is going to be huge.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, huge. Heal 3 on a stick, and hey, nothing good in TFC today.
Yeah, I mean, some of these runners, actually Ailmarkin may have bad memories of, finding the TFC floor and not being able to check it. The last chance qualifier had TFC holding a loose item.
You spoiled the fun on that one.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks since we've had the last chance qualifier.
I know, but still, it's one of those things. It's just like if you haven't seen it, go watch it. We won't tell you what item it is, but go watch it. That was an instant classic. And if I recall correctly, I think didn't Wilt save that seed, or was it? Yeah, they did save that seed for posterity because of how good of a seed that was.
That seed was absolutely fantastic. I was so happy I got to help cast that. Yeah, go watch it. No words.
I'm happy I got the track for that one.
Making spreadsheets with that Excel axe. I like it, Dwight. That's solid right there. So Ailmarkin following in Zen0bian's footsteps. The difference is going to be that while Zen0bian is walking out of here, Ailmarkin is going to use exit. So they might, even though Zen0bian right now has a little bit of a lead, and these mummies still have zap, so and take this 125 gold, but we're going to find an excellent axe 5, which I don't know if Ailmarkin, what's he going to do?
Probably see what it is.
He's
also
just looking at it going, what the heck is this?
Probably going to try equipping it. Realize it's kind of good.
95, 76. Whoo! It is better than that Vorpal. That's for gosh darn sure. Please. Oh, poor robot.
The better question is, is Elmarkin certified in using that excellent axe?
50 over Vorpal +5. That is absolutely true. Oh man, that is... But he's trying to figure out where he wants to put it. Where do you want to put it? Are you gonna put it? Yeah, put it on the fighter. That, I guess that makes sense. I'd probably put it on the ninja, very specifically because the ninja's gonna have extra hits. I mean,
I don't think a ninja can equip an axe unless it's representing axe cap. I mean, Massa.
ninja can equip. He can equip every weapon, I believe, except for Xcal. And Zen0bian's ninja is currently Zen0bian's ninja is currently throwing out, hitting with the excellent axe.
As Wizard is pointing out in chat, also apparently the ninja can equip the Wizard staff. So probably staffs, hammers. I know that the cannot equip the Thor hammer as well, so there are some limitations on it, but still.
And Ailmarkin is taking these slime fights now that he has that Fire 3 stick, and he's up to level 19. So that's gonna be helpful. He's probably gonna take this up a significant amount.
I mean, you're going through some metal slimes. Even this game came after Dragon Quest, so they've got to at least have some decent EXP.
Oh, they're an endgame enemy, and they are definitely a grind-worthy enemy, especially with the Fire 3 staff, where you don't have to actually expend any resources to take them out.
Not just that, but you also have a heal bonk, so you could literally, if you're getting low on health, Fire 3 and then destroy heal 3 bonk.
And Ailmarkin's timer is still going, but I don't know what he's doing. Probably taking a little break, maybe his fingers hurt a little bit.
Probably running to the bathroom, getting a drink of water, something like that. Those are the usual, things I usually like to think of. That or checking the notes.
As Crabcakes points out, Magus, we've got the bartender here. The bartender is not getting water. The bartender is most likely, I'm gonna say, grabbing a nice cup of scotch, maybe a beer. Depends on how into this race he is right now. But I think he's pretty.
And Zenobia finally making their way to Ordeals in Elfland, so we'll be able to immediately pick up that airship. Well, the floater on that one. But do you think that Zenobia will feel behind because they didn't check Ordeals sooner?
Yeah, I think Zen0bian's gonna feel a little bit behind when he finds this floater here and knows that he could have checked it literally right after he
I see Elmarkin doing a grind coming.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's getting banned.
The question is who's he gonna do the grind with?
With that axe, I'd almost say a few things on that one. And I apologize for anybody that has, anything with the flashing stuff. We really do need to get another setup for that, but it's one of those things that's like, I know my suggestion has been just make it all grayscale if you still want the flicker effects, but looks like it's going to be on the, maybe the Black Mage?
I don't know, because he cure for'd the Knight and the Ninja, and he did not cure for the Black Mage, so I'm not sure who he's going to do the grind on. Yep, Knight and Ninja. He's going to do a two-man grind, and he's going to get both his Knight and his Ninja up into levels where they can finally do some real damage. And just like that, the Black Mage is down. These slimes are hitting really hard when you don't have any armor on. And just like that, the white mage is also down. And at an hour 25, Zen0bian is in the air. With flags like these, you gotta feel a little bit behind getting in the air that late, but especially when it was a vendor item that caused you to have to get in the air that late.
Hey, we found Oompa Loompa Land.
And Zen0bian has translated his slab. What are we gonna get? We are going to get... Uh-oh.
No.
That's on Zen0bian's stream. He, don't know what we got.
A tent.
Oh, it was a tent. I know Zen0bian has indicated to me before everything started that he was having some internet issues, so...
Nothing good for level 8, the last level 8 spells. And just to note that that's not a mistake. You did see an actual inn and chapel in the Fane. That is one of those extra things, you know, that the randomizer gives called Elven Hospitality. So apparently that flag is on as well.
And we got Spellzop and Crabcakes both saying in chat that, you know, he needs that ruse. Well, he didn't get it, so... that ruse was white mage only.
And looks like just money for the actual... God. I forget the name of the thing. Oh, the God, I forget the name of the thing again. You know what I mean, chat.
Magus is just over here having a great time.
Oh, we found the other volcano floor.
And this Fire 3-stick is putting in so much work. At the bottom of this dungeon is just another Cardia treasure, so these runners are gonna full clear probably this entire game since it's a blind flag set. They don't know what they're in store for. They don't know what's going on. Only we do.
They have also yet to find the loot, so they've got to check that one. As a fun fact, since Elmarkin knows how hard it's going to be to get to Tiamat, we're going to see something fun there. And we found Crescent Lake, so this will hopefully not have an item.
So one of the things that I do question with what Ailmarkin is doing, with all of the non-elementals and the skill list that Carrie has, not getting the extra HP on that white mage could be a problem. I know you want to be able to have tons and tons of damage done by your fighter and your ninja, or your knight and your ninja, but you also need that extra HP. Because you have to survive. The only person with life is your white mage.
And also at an hour 28 minutes flat, Zen0bian has entered Go mode.
Yeah, but have we seen Kraken? I don't think we've seen Kraken yet, have we?
We have not. However, Zen0bian with the loot basically is just check entrance, find Kraken mode. And
we have a bunch of ribbon 5.
5.
Oh, that's right. The ribbon was incentivized. That Crabcakes, you're right. The grind is a lot slower without that carry orb, but the last time he tried to face carry, he could not beat carry. So he knows he needs to get levels just to be able to take on carry.
And not just that, but we don't know if that was carry 1 or carry 2.
We know nothing, chat. We know nothing. This is... And Corneria Locked had a dud.
Yes, but getting that Ribbon 5 is amazing.
Ribbon 5 is so helpful in this seed. Because now you finally have the non-elemental... Or you have the elemental block that you need. And Zen0bian just going through checking all these Cardia islands.
Finds Marsh.
And Ailmarkin, his biggest issue is he doesn't have the key, he doesn't have the loot, so he wasn't able to get down into the Marsh bottom chests. So I mean, Zen0bian, exploration-wise, has a huge, huge, huge advantage.
Oh, and we found ice. Nice! We have 7 gold in the incentivized location, a tent, frost giants for the exit wall trap tile, pure potion, and let's see, Wiz Ogres, Great Ogres, and I could not read the last name of that one, but some interesting stuff down there.
So Zen0bian is in go mode, but he's still checking chests.
Probably feeling either a bit behind or wondering if there's anything else that's surprising here.
Yeah, he might be looking for a different tile. He might be looking for a 3-eye tile or something along those lines.
A 3-eye blind tile. Oh god, this is Melmond flags. Why is there a second ribbon?
That is nuts. That is absolutely insane that there's a second ribbon. But, I mean, luckily for Zen0bian, he found the second ribbon. He found a red D tile that he doesn't want to take, surprisingly. He's got that.
Oh.
He's got the excellent axe. I mean, he needs levels.
Oh, you missed it. 4 hits, 700 and change damage on Lich 1.
That's how it's done. I mean, we have an excellent axe. We've got a katana. So we're ready to go. Let's see if we can take down Carrie. Come on, chat. Let's help people. Let's go. Let's get Ailmarkin through this.
Fasting up that excellent axe, walling up the light mates to hit 8 hits.
800 damage. Woo! And we got a fast coming out on the ninja as well.
Yep, 7 hits, 200 and change damage. 6 hits, 700 and change, and Carrie's down.
And Life 2 coming out. Now we have our first look at Kraken. 1 or 2, we don't know. We're assuming 1. And we can only assume that because of the clamps, she's going to have somewhere in the neighborhood of 16 hits and, 420 damage. That's what we're talking about. Lit 3 coming out. Not doing a ton of damage. Fast coming out, and another fast coming out. Here we go. It's time to swing away. Swing for those fences. We have miss. Woo boy. Luckily, he's got some locks. We have plenty of heal 3s to go around. This is a pretty intense fight to kick off the middle of the Bridge of Destiny. 109, 165. We got Stop coming out. Stop being Time Elemental. Lock coming out. I bet you we got a Cure 4 coming out to get rid of that stun. And we do another... Ooh, not another Lock because he's running out of those level 5 spells.
Fun fact, we also just found the Kraken floor. Oh, Zen0bian did.
So Zen0bian now knows where he is in go mode. He knows where all the incentive, or he knows where all the fiends are. So he knows where Temple of Fiends is. So Zen0bian is way ahead knowledge-wise, and he's gonna start getting these orbs here pretty quick. Quad X coming out, and Quad X does not hit. Kraken just did lock. Oh no, Zap. That is rough. Zap coming out, hitting 2 of the Light Warriors. 270 by the Ninja. Kraken has Fade.
But gets through!
Zeno did find the bridge. He did not want to test the Bridge of Destiny, which totally makes sense.
So let's see if Kraken has Fade over here. So we can tell which Kraken it was, since Zen0bian is fighting Kraken right now. Rack 2, fail,
What?
Oh!
You have to fight Tiamat twice on the Bridge of Destiny? What the heck?
Not just that, but Warmax required.
Oh my gosh.
So, Zen0bian getting down Kraken. one, if you could easily assume.
The real question is, so Zen0bian used the Brack Sword. I'm pretty sure Aelmarkin has a Brack Sword. He also has Bane. This is, these guys are clamped, and the MDef is hopefully not changed. We don't know for sure, but come on, you need to try Baning.
So some more temper. Tiamat coming out with Light 2, swinging for 2 hits, 292 damage. I believe that was from the Ninja. Going for some heal 3, opting to hit up heal 3 as well with the Bonk. Tiamat 2 coming out with Ice 2. Swing with that excellent axe, 2 hits, 113 damage. We got 2 good fiend fights going on at the same time. Swing, 2 hits, 396 damage. This one is down on Zen0bian's side. Fire 3 coming out from Tiamat. Heal 3 coming out from the Black Mage. Ice 3 coming out from Tia. Let's see, 4 hits, 205 damage. Heal 3 coming out on that one again. Swinging. Did not see the total damage, but it was 2 hits. Heal on that one. The White Mage doing nothing. Just trying to stay alive. Swing for 3 hits. 404 damage. Missing. Stop it. Ineffective. Poison. Damage. Poison.
That heal 3 bonk is doing so much work in this battle.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
And these fiends are going down real quick on Zen0bian's side. He knows where all of the fiends are. And now, after running the gauntlet of fiends, now we have to take on Warmech. So here comes Warmech. He is unrunnable. This is how this works. The ninja is using his last fast charge. And maybe, just maybe, we can cross our fingers that Spellzab wasn't too evil. And decided to make Warmech give you the air orb, but we don't know. And Warmech hits pretty hard. He's taking on that knight, and 2 hits, almost 300 damage. So we're gonna be doing some more heal bonks, and we got some cure 4s. So
but 8 hits for 500 damage.
So we have a clamped Warmech. He's going to have a minimum of 1,000 HP.
The 3 coming out for Warmech. Swing, 3 hits, 253 damage from that knight. The 3 coming out.
Right now, we want Warmech to be doing spells. The Lit 3s, the Fire 3s, like, they're not doing a ton of damage. But when Warmech hits, he does a boatload of damage hitting, and Warmech goes down pretty easily, actually. He's up to level 33, and are we gonna have to fight Tiamat again? It looks like we are.
Yes, we are.
Luckily, he knows he can take down Tiamat. He's got all the resources to do it. Zen0bian's gonna get the very rude awakening that he's going to have to fight every single fiend, plus Warmech, plus Chaos!
Chaos!
Oh my god. What?
Wait. Does this count as that game if they kill Chaos?
I have no idea. We are about to find out, actually. That, I mean, it's that we don't know. We don't know if this finishes the game.
We'll soon see.
Orbs not required. Orbs only for XP. Whoa. What? So that probably was the final fiends. That was probably all the fiends. 1, 2, 3, or all the 2 fiends.
Wait, so are you saying Aelmarkin has a chance of winning?
Aelmarkin may have a chance of winning right now. We don't know. We are about to find out whether or not this means Aelmarkin wins.
Chaos of Expert. Oh, God.
Full Expert all the way down. Oh my goodness. This is what? I don't even know what's happening right now. We have AoE Expert on top of it. So apparently he's got some Randomizer stuff going on. And
Swirl. But heal 3 coming out. Definitely just keep swinging for those fences.
I mean, Zen0bian is only around level 21, 22, so that's rough. We have an excellent axe who's only doing 1 hit, so that's rough. Brack coming out, not hitting, surprisingly. 6 hits out of that ninja, though. Both the ninja and the knight are level 33, and here we go. 2 hits, 219 damage. Oh, Chaos coming out with Ruse! What the heck? 3 hits, 378 damage. Fire 3 coming out. The excellent axe coming out missing. That Ruse. We need some locks, and we got to be almost out of locks. It's unfortunate that Black Wizard went down. Cure 4! No! We are on a timer, ladies and gentlemen. We are on a timer to try and get this Chaos, who is clamped, so over 2,000 HP. We have no Black Mage to try and get to temper us up, to give us fast.
Nuclear!
Oh no. Everybody down on a knee. What? So we have a heal 3 coming out. And yeah, he's going to wrap around to Ruse. So eventually, the problem's going to be, you're just not going to be able to hit him. Zen0bian doing the smart thing on your right side of the screen. He is taking the grind, and Zap comes out, down goes the knight. I don't think there is any way possible for the ninja to get this done. 500 damage.
The ninja is hitting. That is the positive thing. The ninja is hitting.
You know, I might put the excellent axe on the ninja, because the ninja gets so many more hits than the knight. I think it's 1 more hit at this point based on the hit percentage, and that would be absolutely huge. There's the Ruse again. Now we're looking at basically only crits actually doing damage, and coming up very, very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be, and that's a reset. So
here's a question. Will Zen0bian be able to finish off this?
I have no idea. So we have Knight going to learn heal 3, which is huge. I might almost try some cheeky Exfer mute strats on this Chaos, because he seemed to be decently spell happy. And you have level 1 mute. And if you can get him to not cast Cure 4, that's going to be huge.
Opting to go to Provoca, picking up what again? Cure 4. Oh, there you go. And Invis.
Tia took over. Yeah, chat just blew up. Chat loved the fact that Chaos was sitting there at the air orb. We don't know. We have no idea. We will find out after somebody finally takes out Chaos whether or not they're actually able to finish the game. Because that could be the ultimate troll with this. You don't need the key. You don't need the loot. You just need to go in here, get the Oxyale, and do you need the Oxyale? I don't even know what entrance they're in anymore. But you can just
whatever Ice Cave was.
Oh yeah, you don't need anything. You just go in, you walk the bridge, and you take out Chaos. But we don't know. We don't know if that's exactly what's happening or not, ladies and gentlemen. It is possible, as Burt Reynolds points out in chat, we might get Chaos too. We don't know. You gotta stay tuned. You gotta get hyped for this. This is absolutely fantastic with the blind flags. And yeah, there's a Cardia empty at the other side of the Titan's tunnel, so that's exciting.
It is indeed.
Zen0bian did his little mini grind over on the metal slimes, and we are an hour and 44 minutes in. We have found Chaos. He has been hiding out in the air orb all this time, this whole game. But to get to that air orb, what you need to do is you need to get in. You need to walk the Bridge of Destiny, which is a legit Bridge of Destiny this time. You fight Lich as Zen0bian's doing. You fight Carrie. You fight Kraken. You fight Tiamat. You fight Warmech. And then at the end, Chaos emerges from the air orb.
'Tis true.
Chaos 1, Chaos 2, alt final boss. Oh man. That crab cakes, that's evil. I want to see somebody try and pull it off in a challenge seed because I'll give it a shot and then forfeit for sure. It sounds like a lot of fun. So Zen0bian takes no time at all getting through Lich 1. And as you can see, that excellent axe on that ninja is just putting in so much work. It's just insane. 8 hits, 800 damage right off the bat. I mean, that is just 7 hits, 1,000 damage. That excellent axe in the hand of a ninja is just super, super OP.
Yes, yes. Sadly, Amarkin is now behind as Zen0bian is clearing out all this stuff.
I do agree with chat though. He hit level 30. He'll probably, if he can get through Warmech, he'll hit level 32, 33 because he's got he's got 3 orbs lit. And with 3 orbs, he's getting levels so much faster than Ailmarkin was. And Ailmarkin took a long grind on those metal slimes to get up to the levels that he's at right now. Ail finally finds that other ribbon, or a ribbon. He didn't even have a ribbon when he went through the meat grinder of the Bridge of Destiny.
Not only just a reminder in chat, not only does that Chaos have Ruse, it also has Cure 4.
And AoE Exfer. Cannot forget AoE Exfer, which literally hit every single person on Ailmarkin's team.
Block 2 coming out for, Zen0bian on carry. Let's see here. Tempering up that ninja. Heal 3 coming out. Healing up. Tempering, let's see, 3 hit. Over 1,000 damage. Blaze coming out for Kraken.
Yeah, 8 hits, 1,300 damage by that ninja. That is just sick. Sick damage.
I'm 100% rooting for the Fiends right now.
And Zen0bian checking out the tile and seeing Warmech going, well, this is what we have to do, huh? And yeah, Zen0bian has no clue that Chaos is at the end. Ailmarkin finding the King and Sarah, so he's going to get his second ribbon.
Might have, but... you know what's even funnier? I believe if they die, they still have to fight all the Fiends again, even if they were to warp or exit out, I think they still have to fight them all again.
Oh yeah, these are spike tiles.
And sadly, makes you wish the Fiends had more health. Sorry, not health. Makes you wish they had more EXP.
Oh, that is one of the ways that we can determine if this is a Tier 2 or a Tier 1. Because of the amount of experience you can get from defeating them. I didn't even think about that. We should have been looking at the experience so we knew what we were fighting. Unless that was changed too, of course. But right now, Zen0bian is getting somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 times the amount of experience you're supposed to get.
Definitely. And Spellzap putting out in chat, worst case, you will get to save the Warmech kill.
Yes, that is 100% true. And I do like Zen0bian's party makeup with this. Even though he's only got 1 major damage dealer, that 1 major damage dealer is getting 2 sets of temper loaded onto him. So
And over 1,600 points of damage.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
that
that's it.
excellent axe is just amazing. So that's I think the one way that you're gonna have to do this with Chaos and having Cure 4 with a clamped Chaos over 2,000 or over 2,000 health. You gotta just do as many tempers as you can on your main damage dealer.
And the nicest thing is that that thief, that ninja will have the ability to heal up. You know, will have the ability to actually provide damage for its, provide up the temper for itself. And I think El Markin is going back in. Let's go, Warmech. Let's go, Chaos.
So Warmech didn't, other than punching really, really, really hard, Warmech didn't seem like he was that difficult to actually take down. You just have to hope that he starts spamming Lit 2 and Lit 3 and very, very like lower level spells instead of Nuclear and Nuke and anything else that really is gonna hurt.
As a commentary, I'm just hoping for Warmech to punch face. Take down that ninja.
Oh, the back row would be really, really rough because Warmech is throwing out a ton of Lit 3s, and those Lit 3s are going to very quickly take down your Black Mages who don't have a ton of health. Oh, and Warmech has Nuke. But he low-rolled, super low-rolled that ninja.
Yes, but if they can take out that actual white mage. The nicest thing is that white mage is the only source of life that Zen0bian has.
That was another 1,000 damage to the Warmech, and we're looking. It's another 1,000 damage, and Warmech goes down.
And yeah, that was a lot of experience, though.
I don't think we did not see Nuke out of Warmech the first time, Crab Cakes. Ailmarkin, I didn't see Nuke. So it's possible that it's just deeper.
And I think Zen0bian realizing that Chaos might be here.
And Zen0bian pulling Chaos. He's gonna go. What you gonna do, Zen0bian? You're gonna fast up that ninja, and then we're gonna go with some Invis 2. And he didn't pick up Temper on his ninja,
No,
so we're just gonna take it. Lock 2 coming out on Chaos. Easier to hit. Lit 2 doing a ton of damage on those Black Mages. Fast coming out. And what are you going to do? 2 hits, 334. That is a decent amount. Ailmarkin taking out Carry 1. I think he might have realized that he's going to get more experience now that he's got a second Orblet. Lock 2, Lock 2. So now Chaos is going to be a lot easier to hit, which is huge considering Chaos has Ruse. Temper coming out, and another Invis 2. We're slowly hitting the evade cap with the Invis 2s, but Zap coming out, taking out both of the Black Mages. Let's see what you're gonna do. No wall, but Ice 2, X-Fur, and now he is defenseless. Now he's gonna
343 damage. Wow.
Now it's wall time. Oh no! Before the wall could come out,
yes,
the white mage gets bracked.
Yes! Let's go Chaos! Let's go Chaos!
And Cure 4 is the next spell, I believe, after this Fire 3. So Zen0bian's gonna get the bad news. 168, 153 back. Cure 4, and oh no.
Oh yes.
Another 178. Zen0bian just says, "F this, I'm out of here. Goodbye." Wombo combo.
And looks like Ailmarkin is actually going to grind on some slimes again. The nicest thing is that Ailmarkin's still having those levels over Zen0bian.
I at this point, I think they've got to be really close in levels. And Ailmarkin just hit 33 on one of his knights. On his knight, on his ninja, he's gonna get more levels after he takes out Warmech. But the question is then, do you walk away? And that's the Galaxy Brain play that chat's been talking about. Do you go ahead, take out Warmech, exit out, save all those levels, come on back in, and take out all 4 fiends again? Because both sound awful, but it might be prudent to try and save some of those levels.
Yes, definitely. It looks like Elmarkin also opting to get the other fiend down. However, the nicest thing is that honestly, I'm rooting for the fiends here. I am rooting for the fiends here.
And Ailmarkin is doing a full party grind. Why bother with Warmech? Grinding slimes makes more sense. It does, but when you have to go up against Warmech before Chaos, as well as all the 4 fiends, that's a lot of resources you have to put in to try and take things out. And if you can take out one of those variables, it might take a little bit more time, but it's likely a little bit more safer.
Very true.
And Ailmarkin, blink and you miss it, he has taken out Kraken, so now Ale has 3 orbs lit. He's going to be getting all that extra experience, almost 10 times the amount of experience, but while that's been going on, Zen0bian's been over there grinding up, and now he's at 32 across the board, and he is instantly caught up to Ailmarkin in levels, but they're both at essentially the exact same place, with Ailmarkin at level 33 and 32, Zen0bian at level 33 across the board now. They both have 3 orbs lit. Zen0bian's about he's going to be about 1 or 2 battles ahead of Ailmarkin, and what level they get to and how quickly is going to depend on how many metal slimes end up on this tile. So buckle in. We'll see where each of these runners stops their grind, but
you got any metal slime facts?
Yeah, hey, come on, chat. We've had Agama facts. What about these metal slime facts? I've never heard a metal slime fact. I mean, how do they move? Anybody?
Bouncing is all I can guess, and I know that basically metal slimes will instantly kill them, but we don't have that in this game.
Ooh, all the powerful swords in the game are forged from melted metal slimes. So are metal slimes made of adamant?
I mean, if they are, you could always just give the corpses to the blacksmith and just get a free early game X-Cow.
I mean, that would be fantastic. No, they don't move. That's why they're stuck on this tile. Simple Sarah coming up with the smart answer. The answer that we don't even think about. Also, whenever I see slimes or mucks or anything, I feel like they're just holding their head underneath them. Is that just me, or do other people feel that way?
It's hard to tell on that one.
I mean, if you look at it, it looks like they have a body with like a little bump on the top and gigantic shoulders, and then like some little dangly thing is just holding their head down underneath their body.
It's a dangly thing. That just makes me wonder about a lot of other things.
Oh no. This is a PG-13 show, Magius. PG-13. No.
I mean, go look at exactly what's allowed in PG-13 stuff nowadays.
Oh god. Yeah, that's pretty valid. We have Jonathan Yoshi saying that our fantastic tracker who's been keeping up with all of this insane action, telling us that the metal slime, or what was he saying? Metal slime's head is where his butt should be.
Also, since you just gave our, tracker a shout out, don't forget to follow our runners, Ailmarkin and Zen0bian, for putting on this amazing race. Tracker Yoshi for everything that they're doing for us behind the scene. My broadcast partner, my commentary partner, who's also doing Restream Kuda 32. I think that's all the basics for now, since we're waiting for them to go through all this grind.
There we go. Not exclamation point S. We got an exclamation point C, so you can see myself, as well as Magius, as well as Jonathan Yoshi. Give everybody a follow at Twitch. I mean,
it's Magius1 for Twitch, not Magius, but eh.
All right, Magius1 for Twitch. Apologize, Magius.
It's all right. It's all right. You know how it is with a lot of things. When you have numbers behind your name, it's just like, do you really prefer to be called by the numbers or not?
And that's very, very true. And Zen0bian looks like he is done with his grind. He's saying, this is all I need to go take out 4 Fiends, Warmech, and Chaos. Zen0bian, Magius1 for Twitch. Is it for Twitch? Or is it for Twitch? Alright, Zen0bian, or Ailmarkin is likely going to take both of these up to 50, just so he can be safe. And we're going to see if Zen0bian can pull this off at the low 30s.
I mean, let's see.
Or mid 30s.
Oh, opting to down those actual party members again. Ooh. Did you see what I just saw?
A one-shot Lich kill?
Also, the level 40 on Ailmarkin's side?
Oh yeah, level 40, 41. He's probably going to take this all the way up to 50. Yeah, that would be my guess.
I mean, with how bad Chaos is, I'm rooting for Chaos. I want to see a level 50 kill.
Welcome to the chat, Jazz Raptor. We've had a great amount of people out here watching this great, fantastic late night battle. It is a blind flags match between Ailmarkin and Zen0bian. These runners had no clue what they were getting themselves into at the beginning of this, and I don't know. As Spellzap said in the race room before we started, I don't know if anybody's gonna want me to be crafting flags anymore after this, but this has been absolutely fantastic, Spellzap. And the twist, the Bridge of Destiny twist is just, amazing. Love it.
I have to say, I'm rooting for the Fiends to do one thing, and I'm surprised that nobody hasn't realized this yet. There is one party member that should be saved above all others. You know which one it is?
I have no idea, Magus. Which one?
The White Mage. They have no other way to revive characters.
Oh yeah, for sure. And
let's go, White Mage death.
That's exactly what we were talking about the last time that Ailmarkin took this grind and didn't bring the White Mage along with him up to the mid 40s. Also, at 48, I would probably stop here because you're gonna get 50 when you hit Warmech.
Also, do you want to give a recap of this for the people that just came into chat?
So our recap is we have an entrance and floor shuffle. We have blind flags. There's a whole lot going on here. And we have found out that Chaos has been roaming at the end of the Bridge of Destiny, and most of the seed, other than grinding its way up, may or may not be needed. We do not know if we have to go into the Temple of Fiends Revisited. Usually, Chaos is hanging out 2,000 years in the past. Today, Chaos has come out of hiding from 2,000 years in the past, and he is hanging out here at the top of Sky. But what's even more amazing is we have blurst people. We have blurst classes. Everybody has fallen in love with the blurst weapons, pluses and minuses in front of weapons, and now retro gaming fan, retro Spellzap, if you're in chat, can you please give a link to the blurst man?
And it looks like Zen0bian is healing up before Tia.
Retro Fan Man. Thank you, Jonathan Yoshi. Yes, Retro Fan Man has created blurst weapons, and now he has created Blurst classes. And those Blurst classes give bonuses. We don't even know how exactly, but what you can see on Ailmarkin's side is a 800 XP or 800 HP ninja, which is absolutely fantastic. The knight at -2 somehow still managed to pull 900 HP out of a -2. So even though the knight is a negative class this time, he still gets a ton of HP, and I'm sure he's still hitting like a truck.
I mean, I can only assume that even with that, that's gonna be 10 times even more. And what's even funnier is you needed the Oxyale to get down to the sea surrounding floor after going through a few other floors, so technically it's semi-vanilla for that one.
And
ooh, and the disrespect.
in chat saying, what about Black Belt 5? Black BB5 goes into go mode or God mode at level 15. That sounds about right.
You name it Saitama, and basically it just has to one. Basically, its single punch is good enough, except for the serious punch that takes down Chaos with over 5k of damage.
Oh man, that ninja just hit 5 times on carry 2, or carry 2, we don't know yet, for only 100 and some damage. So this is like, even though it was Thief +4, so the Thief was getting more HP, more hits, more everything. That Katana 3 still isn't quite what an excellent axe is. We got that excellent axe +5.
Excellent!
Yeah, the excellent axe +5 has better stats than Masa, and we don't know where it came from. It was a gift from the gods.
Walling up that ninja, fasting up that ninja. Markin is caught up pretty fast, surprisingly enough. Swinging for 172, swinging for 2 hits, 200 some damage. Let's see Warmech take out that white mage, please.
And Dwight pointing out that we have a 700 plus HP white wizard, and that is because the white wizard this time rolled at +5. So
Block 2 coming out, Ice 2 coming out. And looks like Warmech is done on Zen0bian's side. Let's go Chaos.
I think Zen0bian has this. He just pulled level 43. I think that's across the board, and that's why Ailmarkin probably could have stopped his grind a little bit earlier, because he is going to get that Warmech kill.
But we still don't know if they have to actually go through with the final thing. I'm hoping they have to.
Oh no.
I'm hoping they still have to go through Topher.
Zen0bian leaves his ninja in the top slot, going up against Chaos. A lot of times runners are putting their ninjas or their main damage dealer down in either the 3rd or the 4th slot to try and get...
Oh, that's even funnier. Throwing out 3 to 4 lock 2s. Tempering up the ninja. Tempering up again. Fasting that ninja.
And
Invis 2 in the party.
Ailmarkin takes out Kraken. Kraken did take out the knight, but here we go.
Invis 2 again. Let's go Chaos. Come on. Lizard coming out. Don't go skill happy tonight, Chaos. Lock 2 coming out again. On Chaos. Tempering up that ninja again. Running out of stuff. Attempting to attack. Tempering again. Invis 2 gonna come out again. Temper again. See, tempering again. Swinging for 6 hits. 1,250 some damage! Zap coming out. Ineffective, ineffective, ineffective. Effective on the party. Even more temper. Even more invis. And even more temper. 10 hits. 1,400 damage. Extra. Missing. Even more invis too. Tempering again.
And he is out of tempers, and we're going to start nuking. It's time to start nuking.
Nuke coming out for 100 change damage, swinging 10 hits. Was that 1,500 damage?
Another 1,500 damage, and Chaos is still standing.
Let's go. Can we get to Cure 4? Can we get to Cure 4?
I don't think so. It's coming up.
I know. Nuke again for 147.
And Chaos is terminated! And that is the end! That's the end. It looks like it.
We don't know yet. Not till that screen comes up. Not till that screen comes up. We can't be sure yet. Not until that Chaos is gone all the way.
I mean, we have to hope so, but we'll see if Chaos just slowly fades away and then we end up with an Earth Orb or an Air Orb. So we'll see here in just a second.
Yep, we don't know yet. We do not know yet.
And there it is.
Yes, you can all give the GGs.
Wow, that was a hell of a twist. Zen0bian full clear, 181 out of 241 chests, and we didn't even get to go into the Temple of Fiends Revisited because there wasn't even an Air Orb to light.
So, do you want to try to pull Zen0bian in here, or
we can pull him in? Let me get back here.
Yep. Hold on a minute. Markin is just about to hit Chaos themselves, so you try pull Zen0bian. I'll try to start calling.
Go for it, Magus.
Okay. Still healing up everything. So let's see how good Markin's got, like, equipping the Vorpal. Oh god. Oh god.
He's been doing the Vorpal most of this time, and he put the excellent axe down on the ninja because it's just been doing way more damage.
Over 500 damage just off of that Vorpal. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt Chaos. Tempering up that ninja. Lit 2 comes out. Swinging, 4 hits, 300 and change damage. 90-some damage. Chaos rolling beefy as anything. You know, dodging a lot of those. Walling, couldn't see what was coming out. 5 hits, 600 and change damage. Lock 2 coming out. Get easy to dodge. Wall on the fighter. 5 hits, 534 damage. Zap coming out. Ineffective across the board. Swing, swing. Tempering up that ninja. Swinging for 6 hits, 799 damage. 4 hits, 403 damage. Swing, 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 temper. 431. X-Fer coming out from the party. Defenseless, defenseless, ineffective, defenseless. Tempering up that ninja again. Swinging for 3 hits, 477 damage. Swing, 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 temper. Tempering up that ninja again. Swinging for 3 hits, 287 damage. 3 hits, 500 and change damage. Opting for more tempers.
Non-elemental swirl. Under 100 damage for everybody, though. That was a really good... Oh, and there goes Chaos.
Chaos.
And Ailmarkin. So Zen0bian finished in first place with an official SRL time of 2:10. 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 7 seconds. And Ailmarkin finished in second place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 29 seconds. And that was an insanely close race the whole way through.
Definitely.
And we are joined in the booth by both Zen0bian, our first place finisher, and Ailmarkin, our second place finisher. My friends, what did you think of that insanity?
I feel baited. The whole seed was a lie. You just had to go to Tiamat. Like, why did I go kill the other fiends? What was that for?
Well,
even we didn't know if you actually still had to go through temporal fiends or not.
Also, what we didn't know was what you didn't know is it was Orb XP. So getting those 3 fiends actually caused you to really be ahead of Ale. He took grind a lot earlier than you did and got up into the mid-20s, high 20s. And
30s, I think, at minimum.
And then he didn't have the other 2 orbs. And once he got those other 2 orbs, it was a lot quicker of a grind.
Well, here's what I'm going on. I thought that Spell Zap put in some kind of weird pre-alpha setting that only gave you an XP bonus, like somehow at the very end of the game, because that's when I got all the orbs, and suddenly that metal slime tile gave me. What did Spell?
It was one. It
didn't
was
even occur to me.
100% extra EXP per orb.
It didn't even occur to me that it was orbs. That's hilarious.
Yep, it was 100%. So you started off at 3.5, and after 3 orbs, you were getting like 10. 10 times the XP.
Yeah, I had after the first chaos wipe, I was like, let me just go and check a couple things. Let me see if I can find a ribbon somewhere. I was like, let me go and back to that grind. I was like, wait a minute, how about I go kill some fiends? I want to check something here. And it turns out my orb XP hunt was right. I was just sad I didn't do it beforehand.
Yeah, and so Ale, you actually got to Chaos first. And we thought that you might be able to do it. You were just really low on resources by the time you got there. And we were kind of expecting just a quick grind and go.
Yeah, I considered it, but with him having Zap and Extra and Cure 4, I was like, I didn't want to...
Don't forget Absorb. Don't forget Absorb.
I don't know how Group Extra works when it's cast by the enemy. If it totally negates the ribbons or not. I feel like it should, or it does, but it didn't seem like it did based on the damages, the damage rolls I was seeing from his spells and skills and whatnot after the fact. So I wasn't really sure on that, so I didn't want to maybe push my luck too hard. I probably should have in retrospect, but on the other hand, it's one of those things where it's like, funky flags, play it safe, I guess. Why not?
So what did you both think of this flag set?
It was great. I loved it. That was hilarious. Like every step.
Yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun as well.
Yeah, and
Didn't expect the gauntlet. That was great.
Chat was so hype when it was Chaos at the end. I thought that you were going to have to fight Tia twice.
I thought it was going to be Tiamat and then we'd have to go to Topher. That's what I was expecting out of Spell Zap.
Yep.
Yeah, I got to the bridge and I fought the Lich fight, and I was like, all right, look, I fought Lich 1 3 times. I think I know his skill in the spell list. Homeboy did not start off with Lit 2 for me the first time through, so I'm like, this is a different Lich fight. This has to be Lich 2. I wonder if they turned frickin' Bridge of Destiny into the Fiend Gauntlet. And then, sure enough, that's what it was, so...
I mean, it does make sense, and it is a fun, flag set on that one. Especially with the, you gotta go through that one, you gotta face them back to back to back to back to back, and it's a good modification to short Topher, make you have to deal with all 4 of them.
Yeah, I really like it, actually, not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to bug spells that for the actual flag string, so I can play with this some more.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that was neat.
We were kind of hoping that we were going to get Chaos 2 in the future. So we had all the Fiend fights again, and then we had Chaos 2 down in the Temple of Fiends. Like, you finally got to kill Chaos, and then he finally gets to go back 2,000 years into the past. Like, screw Garland. That was a really awful storyline. You got to kill Chaos now.
Right?
I mean,
That
could you
thing about
imagine at the
Garland.
start just having Garland there? Sorry, I mean,
threw me
Kat,
off
go ahead.
because he only had like 90 health or something, so I had no idea what the boss scaling was. He went down to like, I don't know, punching a lit 2 or something. I don't know. Garland had nothing. He couldn't really let us gauge anything.
There were a lot of clamps in this spell or in this flag set. But you guys seem to handle it very well, and did you even notice that it was Melman Treasures with all the really good gear you got?
Yeah, because the gear
I had
was
a
few
hunch,
and
yeah.
far between. Like, it was mostly gold chests all over the place, and every once in a while you would find some gear. Also, what the heck was that axe?
Yeah, I was
The
gonna ask the same
excellent
thing.
axe.
That's
Excellent.
what I was going with.
Yeah,
I checked my status screen and it had like 94 attack power.
Right? I did the same thing. I'm like, I moved it around, like, okay, let me see who had equipped this XL +5 axe, because I've never seen this item before.
We just nicknamed it the Excellent Axe. We made a Bill and Ted, reference, and then basically just kept calling it the Excellent Axe for the rest of the game.
Oh,
It was excellent.
Dwight pointing out in chat, nobody tried to use the Excellent Axe as an item.
That's
I
true.
did actually.
Oh, you did?
I used after I found it in Waterfall, the next or the next slime fight that I got, and I tried to use it. It said ineffective. So I was like, all right, well, I guess it's just gonna swing hard.
Ah, well, we missed that. So yeah, the Excellent Axe cannot be used to give everybody excellence. That's unfortunate. Maybe next time.
Unless there's some really cheeky flag where like you have to like hold it up in front of in front of Chaos, and they're like, oh, you found the axe. Let me just leave, and he runs away.
Oh, that
Like
would be pretty sweet.
I should probably go back and try that now.
Go
Actually,
back and do it. See,
Gotta love the memes. Gotta love the memes.
did you take any negative characters, Ale?
I went fighter, thief, white, black.
Those minuses scared me. I refused to take one.
So
Yeah, I saw the minus on the red, and I was like, no, I'm good. I'll just go white, black. And then I saw the thief was like what +4, +5. I was like, taking you.
+4.
Like,
+4.
yeah, and I was like, let me just take a fighter just in case. Then we had the katana and the excellent axe and all that crap. It still kind of worked out great, but I thought that was a really interesting twist on things too. I guess I'm not sure if it just affects their HP levels or if it affects like the actual stats they gain, but I thought that was a nice twist on kind of like the blurst flag, like you have blurst classes as well. So
Apparently, that was as of today. This
Yep.
is probably the first seed that people have actually gotten to try on it. Welcome to being guinea pigs.
yeah, I mean, I gotta say, Retro Fan Man, he's been I think he's kind of like, I know it's only May, but I'm gonna say it's the front runner for best flag of the year so far, and that's gonna be the blurst armor and weapons. Um, it's two separate flags, so we won't talk about that. But I mean, he's come up with a lot of interesting stuff. I'm glad he's currently, developing for us because he's got a lot of fun stuff going on. I think it really kind of changes up the meta for the game, and it forces you to maybe out of your comfort zone for party comps, especially if this character blurting becomes a thing. Like if you roll a seed, you've got a fighter -5. I'm probably not taking a fighter.
Oh yeah. When do
So
you think the last time I took a white mage was? But I saw that white
right,
mage 5 and thought, maybe with a good hammer.
yeah.
I
Did you ever
did.
find the stop hammer +5?
Yeah, I found a few of them. I slapped it on the white wizard. It was okay. But it definitely did affect their base stats. I checked
Mhm.
immediately, and they started like the thief normally starts with 5 strength, and I think he had like 14 or something.
That's
Yeah,
And
the main
insane.
definitely
thing I
their
noticed
HP
at the
growth.
start was they had higher HP levels. Like I
Not
think
just
all
that,
three
but
of them had more HP than the fighter did. So
I mean, not just that, but the starting evade for you to with your thieves and white mages was over 50%.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Lots
yeah,
of
it
dodging.
was a lot of fun. So
And it's a lot of fun watching you guys do it. I mean, Zen0bian just freaking went nuts throughout this entire thing and thought that you were going to have some problems when you skipped Elfland. But it didn't come back
Oh,
to bite you.
yeah.
Because
Um,
Ale did that quickly and found the floater and got exit. And we're like, well, all right, Ale can finally catch up because you were probably, Zenobia, you were probably 5 minutes ahead of him at that point, about a little over an hour in.
I was confused for a minute. I was like, haven't I checked everything? Then I remembered the ordeal location, and I thought, okay, surely this is it. That was after I thought, okay, surely Waterfall is it, and then Waterfall was a dud. Wait a minute.
I hate to interrupt you too. Thank you, Smellsap, for telling us exactly how much HP the red mage would have started with. 18.
no, thanks.
It sounds like the -5 is like a -3 HP penalty per increment.
But now the big twist would be on HP gain, it has the ability to lose HP every level.
See, I was wondering if maybe the minuses too possibly delayed what levels they earn spell charges at. And so that was the other big reason I didn't want to take the red mage. I was like, let me not take somebody who can't learn spells. Like, I'd hate to be like level 22. Like, oh, he finally has a level 3 charge. Yeah, you're useful for once. Like, no, I'd rather just take the white and the black and call it a day. So,
I don't think the positives sped it up, because I noticed, like, in the low 20s, my white mage still couldn't cast Invis 2 yet.
yeah, I don't think it sped it up either. But going into it blind and seeing that first thing when you loaded up the seed, I was like, let me not take a chance here.
I had 2 guesses. It was either base stats or stat growth, and I think it was both.
That was basically what we were assuming on that one. Though I have to say, This now makes me want to see how busted a black belt +5 is.
Ridiculously.
That's probably why they were banned.
Yeah.
I mean, we made the joke of basically it is Saitama, and basically at max level, it is essentially him doing his serious punch.
Yeah, but you have to remember, you have to turn off the weapon fixes. If you're going to do Black Belt 5, turn
Oh,
the
yeah.
weapon fixes off, and then we'll see what we can do.
You should just do that anyway.
I agree. Spells that. Send me the flags. I want to play with Black
Send
Belt
us the
+5.
flag spells that.
All right,
I mean-
guys, but it is 1:30 in the morning on the East Coast. We've been running at this for, I don't know, 2.5 hours, maybe a little bit more. Let's get some final thoughts. We'll talk to our winner first. Zen0bian, you have just moved on up in the IronGol rankings. You're about ready to go after Spellzap again. What?
I never went after him once.
Oh, you haven't? You haven't? Oh, boy. All right.
No.
Well,
Just make sure Spellzap does not roll your flags for whatever match you do.
all right, Zen0bian. So what are you thinking, bud?
Well, thanks, Ale, for suggesting that Spellzap do our seed, because otherwise we
Mhm.
would have never done this. Thanks, Spellzap, for getting like the most amazing dev involved and getting blurst characters on. Or like this is basically like a debut of a brand new flag, and that's amazing. And also for making the Jabatist seed I've ever seen, where you didn't need to actually do anything except go to Bridge of Destiny.
I mean,
But
that's
yeah.
actually an interesting flag to see, as you don't know whether or not Bridge of Destiny is needed or not. Well, Topher is needed or not, I should say.
Yeah, that was a great like kind of mirage there that you didn't even know what you needed to do. That was lovely. But yeah, looking forward to more IronGol. It's my favorite part of FFR. And thanks to you guys for putting on this late night show for us.
Oh, not a problem. Don't we have one going on tomorrow as well?
I'm not sure.
According to this,
Nope, that's Friday.
tomorrow's Saturday. That's today.
Yeah, it's. I think it's this.
That's us on that one. So,
We got the Duckling Boot
Duckling
Camp
Derby.
coming. So, Ailmarkin, thoughts? Our second place finisher.
I mean, I thought these flags were a lot of fun. You know, I was kind of like getting in my head prior to it, like, oh God, I hate starting flags late. Why did I agree to do an 11 o'clock match with spell tap flags coming in? I'm going to be up till 4 in the morning. I'm going to be hating my life all day. And I think I'm putting this out there. I think these are the most fun flags I've run in months. I mean, spring tourney flags are great, but I think just going into something where it's a completely blank slate is just, for me, it's a blast, and I had just the most fun I think I've had in any kind of FFR match in recent memory with these particular flags. So thanks Spellzap and Retro Fanman for doing this, and you know, like Zen0bian said, you know, letting us kind of debut the Blurst character flag and the super duper Bridge of Destiny gauntlet that has everyone and their mother on it. I thought that was a ton of fun, and I like I said, I would like to see this flag screen because I think I'd be really interested in tweaking it and playing with it some more and maybe challenge some other people to it. So
Magius, my fellow co-commentator. Final thoughts?
Well, this was an amazing seat to call. I'm glad I got to call it. This was an amazing, this was one of those epic things to do that one. Thanks again, Gouda, for also restreaming this and also helping with commentary on that one. And, God, I can't wait to see another one of these. I love the old shenanigans style seeds. They're great, and we need more of them.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Dwight for saying that there is another IronGol match coming up in, I don't know, like 20 hours, 19 hours. And
Tonight at 8:30, basically.
and thank you, Ailes and Obian, for putting this on. This was fantastic. You guys were close the entire time. Thanks, Magius, for doing commentary with me. Jonathan Yoshi for doing all of the fantastic tracking. Follow the runners, follow the comms, follow the tracker. All of our Twitches are on the screen right now. Magius1 went through and put his own on there because messed up and just put Magius. But yeah, this was a fantastic time. IronGol is here to stay. IronGol is absolutely fantastic. And we get to do all this crazy fun stuff. Join the Discord. I'm going to put that out there too. Join the Discord. We want to see you guys. Maybe it's Discord. We want to see you guys in the Discord. We have a fantastic duckling program. Ale Markin and Greg Lee Puff are putting on our duckling program. They're going through a boot camp right now. We are on week 2 of the boot camp, so come join in, learn the randomizer, learn how to play. Oh man, this is the best time to be an FFR, and we can't forget spring tournament. Swiss is over. We've got brackets coming up, our top 16, and they're coming up this week, starting tomorrow. If people want to start throwing matches out there. We've got the best of 16 up to 24 matches coming up in the next 10-ish days. It's a great time to be an FFR. So for Magius, myself, Jonathan Yoshi, Ailmark, and Zen0bian, thanks for coming out. We couldn't do this without you guys and your support. And we will catch you guys hopefully in the near future.